They have consistently published, and we can verify that they have sufficient information. I'm going to be sending you links to tons of stuff, so you'll have a little easier way of going about it, that can verify that they've been warning about very specific things. Now, I'll tell you this. There is a warning, a specific warning on 2 events that they will not give the dates for because, again, this is not hand-holding. It's like, here's the information, and here is the information. There will be a 9.0 earthquake off the coast of Portland, Oregon at some point, and they won't say when, that will run at 9.0 for 5 straight minutes.
All right, 5 minutes of 9.0, that's going to wipe out an awful lot.
Well, you're on it. It's a sea quake, but nonetheless, that's very powerful. It will generate a tsunami.
Yeah.
That is going to slam that part of the West Coast. It will then produce another earthquake and tsunami. It will be devastating to that area and to people in that area. They have said, and now this was told to Meyer several years ago, about 2 years prior, documented, verifiable, prior to our scientists now coming up with the same conclusion. They have also said, I think it's called El Cumbre volcano in the Canary Islands, is going to, it is going to erupt for sure unless there is a way we could prevent some of the damage, but it will erupt, and when it does, 1 trillion tons of mass are going to go into the sea suddenly, generating a tidal wave tsunami, not only that will rush up the coast of Spain, Portugal, and France, but which will cream the entire eastern seaboard of the United States and penetrate up to 12 kilometers inland and potentially take out 20 million human lives. They will not tell us when, they will simply tell us that this event will happen.
All right, now let's take that specific example then of the volcano on the Canary Islands. I don't understand why they wouldn't want to tell us when, because having this information in inverted commas, what the hell are we going to do with it? We can't stop a volcano erupting, can we?
Right. What we can do, and what they said we should do with it, especially here, is that they said it is the responsibility of your government and your scientists to prepare routes for evacuation and means of getting people out, because when that goes, when the sign that that's going, that will give 7 to 8 hours or so of time, I guess it is, before that wave would cross the Atlantic. So if we have a warning, folks, it's now time for Plan B. Here we go.
All right, our time is just about out, and I could do another hour with you really, really easily, probably another 3 hours with you really easily, Michael. I've enjoyed this, but Billy Meyer gets told this information. Shouldn't the powers that be, the beings who told him this is really seismic stuff, quite literally. 20 million people you're talking about perishing at some date we don't know. Why didn't they go to the United Nations with this? Cut out the middleman, deal direct. That's the bit I don't understand. You don't have very long to answer this question, and I'm sorry for that.
I'll give you the answer this way. In 1979, the H.A.A.R.P authorized contact with the Carter administration of the United States. A letter was drafted by Billy Meyer, given to the lead investigators, and presented to people in the Carter administration. The offer was turned down.
Well, that's no big surprise. A letter? That's no good, is it? They need to appear to Jimmy Carter himself.
Well, you have to know that the CIA has been monitoring from day one. And the part of the story that hopefully we can do another...
How do you know that, by the way?
Because the lead investigator, retired Lieutenant Colonel Wendell Stevens, U.S. Air Force, and Lee and Britt Elders, who were the skeptic owners of Intercept, a high-level electro-counter-espionage company, who went with Wendell Stevens to Switzerland to start the investigation into the Meyer case in '78 to prevent him from being taken in by a hoax. And all 3 of them ultimately came away not only knowing that this was no hoax, but having to account to the CIA each trip in and out of London on their way to Zurich. And we have this in publicly recorded, presentation from Wendell Stevens and everything. You've just pulled a thread on a sweater here, my friend.
In Los Angeles, that was Billy Meyer's representative, Michael Horn. Now, I don't expect you to buy into any of that. I don't know what to make of it. It is either, as I said, the biggest hoax there has ever been, or something truly amazing, and I really don't know which, and it's not my business to make that judgment right now. It's your business to judge about it. An idea has suggested itself to me in the last couple of minutes, just as I'm saying these words, really. How about Because this is so damn controversial, if you have questions for that man, if there are things that I didn't say to him, you think I should have said to him, why don't you email me with your questions for that man, and at some point in the future, I'll get Michael Horn back on and we can ask him the hard questions. He's told me off-air that he is willing to defend this work and he can answer any question. Well, let's give him that opportunity. Let's ask him the hard questions. It is something that is either so far-fetched it is ridiculous, or it is something that all our governments need to be paying attention to, and maybe they are on some level. And I'm just a journalist. I'm just an honest broker in all of this. I don't know the answer to that question.